Okay, and welcome to our last video in the 5 parts of Krashen's theory on second language acquisition. This is the affective filter hypothesis. Many of us, we already know kind of what this is. This just gives the technical term to what we've already felt, seen, done in our language learning journey. So the kind of comparison I like to give this, right? I'm a hiker. I like going on hikes and going out for a couple of days in the woods. And I always bring a filter with me. And I can find a water source and use my filter, and it filters out all the bad and lets through all the good. That's essentially what this hypothesis focuses on, is it affects each learner differently how big of a filter they have, all right? So what exactly is this filter? What affects our ability to learn language or our ability to accept comprehensible input? A couple of these things. So motivation. A highly motivated individual will accept more comprehensible input and then will learn the language faster. All right, so they have a lower filter. Emotions as well. If you're incredibly stressed out in other aspects of your life, come to try and learn language can be affected by that. If you're more relaxed and things are going good, that can also have an effect on your ability to learn a second language, and specifically on your ability to accept comprehensible input. All right. Feeling part of a community also has an effect. If you feel like an outsider to a community, there's no real reason why you would want to learn their language, and that affects your overall ability to learn their language. So what is the filter? The filter is, in Krashen's eyes, your ability to accept comprehensible input, which then affects your ability to acquire a second language. So how do we use this when we're trying to learn a language? There's kind of 2 important parts, I think, and one is internal and one is external. So our internal focus needs to be on motivation. Study after study after study demonstrate that the most motivated students are the ones who go out and actually learn a second language. All right, if I'm going to quit after 20 minutes, there's no real chance for me to learn a second language, right? It's just not going to happen. But if I'm motivated, if I'm persistent, that's a low filter. That's more input my way. That's more opportunities for me to learn a language. All right, and the second one, which I think is incredibly important, is when you're selecting, if you're selecting, I should say, a tutor or even just someone to do an intercambio, a language exchange with, right? Selecting someone who doesn't increase your filter. And what I mean by that is someone who allows you to talk, who doesn't kill all your confidence, all right? Maybe you're someone who wants to be corrected every time you speak because then you feel like you'll do it the right way. Find a tutor who will do that for you. If you're someone like me, when I was learning Spanish, I didn't want to be corrected. I just wanted to be able to flow and produce what I can produce and kind of see where it would go. So finding a tutor or a conversation partner who allowed me to just speak in Spanish was incredibly important for me. I found quite a few, and that lowered my filter and allowed me to just accept more Spanish. So all of these incredibly useful, incredibly important when you are learning a second language. Stay motivated and make sure you find the right people to surround yourself with, and it'll make learning the language that much easier. So this was the last video on Krashen's theory of secondary language acquisition. There are going to be other videos posted about language learning and language theory. Hope you go check those out. Have a good one.